Am I the asshole for saying the same jokes my Phil uses to give him a piece of his own medicine? My Phil humor can be quite cruel at times. He always seems to take jokes way too far or will make jokes about people's appearances. Like calling people Dumbo ears, or poking jokes at their size, weight. It's not a good time and many people have tried to get him to stop. But he thinks that he is being hilarious and it's all in good fun. So this happened at the New Year's get-together with the family. He started doing the jokes and everyone just trying to get through the night. Well, he got to me and I wasn't having it tonight. He made one joke about my nose so I started to lay into him using his jokes. I used most of his weight jokes, poked fun at his beer belly, used the jokes about Dumbo ears and hooked noses. I used as many as I could remember. He was quite upset about it in the end and I told him this is how all of us feel every time you make these jokes. Today I got a text from my Mill and Sil that I took it too far and that I'm an ass. Significant other. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. People hate it when you confront them with their double standards. First you tried to teach him the easy way, now he's learned the hard way not to dish it out if he can't take it. Not the asshole. Of course you got a text from them. They have to put up with him complaining about it, lol. Not the asshole. As we say in Brazil, if you don't want to play, then don't go to the playground. Edit. Loving to learn all these sayings. Phil makes cruel jokes to Op. Op, no you, pulls Uno reverse card. Phil, surprised Pikachu face. And #X200B. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. He can surely use the jokes without care but can't take them when they're headed his way. Not the asshole. Had the same experience with a family member when he got called for it. He went on the victim role. Mill and Sil are enablers that don't think about others. Kinda follow-up question. What does you partner says about all this? Not the asshole. He expects you to wipe your ass with sandpaper but can only handle 5-ply for himself. I am proud of this analogy. Not the asshole. He deserved it. Jokes that amount to, I'm going to entertain myself by intentionally making other people feel like shit, are terrible jokes. Not the asshole. He needed to be told the truth and the fact that you were able to use his own words in return made the truth hurt him more. Not the asshole. I hate it when old people get a pass because they are old. One day my generally likable yet passive-aggressive Mill told me I looked tired and she's said this to me from time to time. To me when someone says you look tired they are basically saying you look like shit, right? I'd had a day so I just stared at her and sort of coldly replied that I found that hurtful. I think my exact response was, why would you say that to me? It hurts my feelings, and she pouted for the rest of the day acting all offended. Later on both my husband and Sil sort of scolded me saying, oh she's old. You didn't need to reply like that, she wasn't being mean. She isn't even that old and now she knows not to say that to me. Not the asshole. If he's been doing this for a long time and no one has ever turned it around on him before? I'd normally say 1 or 2 insults would be enough but he was going around the room from person to person. That's just cruel. ETA he's definitely not going to change and I'd be prepared for him to come at you double next time. Not the asshole. I know he prizes fresh insults. I'm sorry I copied his insults rather than coming up with fresh ones he hadn't heard before. Next time he starts an insult fight I'll have ones that are new to him so he doesn't get offended at a lack of creativity. I think not the asshole. It would be different if people weren't already telling him that he wasn't being funny. Sometimes people need to experience things to understand others' perspective. Not the asshole. Be ready cause he's going to try to have another go. Ask your Mill and Sil how many times have they reprimanded Phil for doing the same shit to everyone else and why is his behavior okay? I see 3 things here to factor in my decision after thinking on this one a little bit. 1. The father-in-law is an asshole for those shitty jokes. 2. Your ire and frustration are valid. 3. There are few things better to correct behavior than giving a taste of one's own medicine. And sooner or later, if you go kicking the dog's going to bite. Sure, it's a terrible move to make, but the condition remains. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. If he can't take it he shouldn't dish it out. If ya poke a bear, it will kill you. Same applies here. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Bullies do not like to be bullied. Tell Mill and Sil that you have been saving up his cruel, vindictive remarks for years and just let him have some of that poison back that night. Maybe you will give him some more the next time he acts like an oaf. Not the asshole. Hopefully Phil gets the message. I can almost guarantee that you have heard the last of his jokes in your presence. He will probably be more cautious spewing his garbage in the future. Not the asshole. He's upset because he finally found out how it felt. Your Mill and Sil are seeing how inappropriate it is when someone else does it. It's like Trump. Everyone expects his foulness even though it's not okay and never had been. But the second a rival politician does even a little people call foul. Which they should, but the standard should also be on Trump. Not the asshole, so he got a taste of his own medicine. Your in-laws are enablers. If you do it every time you see him then you will be in awe. Enjoy your victory. We have a rule in our house. If the other person isn't laughing then it isn't a joke. You are definitely not the asshole. Not the asshole. If you serve shit, you better be prepared to eat shit. Keep it up until he stops for good. He's being a bully. Not the asshole. What Mill and Sil need to realize is that your reaction is a direct reflection of how deeply FILs, jokes, affect people. The fact that he's been told before and refused to stop is why he got this kind of response, which was not too far, all things considered. Not the asshole. Tell him he just has a thin skin, call him a snowflake. It's what he would say to you if the roles were reversed. Someone on this sub once said something along the lines of, "It's all in good fun," or, "It's just a joke," is the calling card of assholes everywhere. I've never forgotten that. Oh, that poor little baby. Not only are you not the asshole, but I hope you double down and triple down every time you see him. He's more than earned it. Not the asshole. I'm sure he's told people off because they can't take a joke or told them to grow a thicker skin. Now he can show them how it's done. Not the asshole. He deserved it. If he does it again, just reply, swiftly and loudly, while looking him dead in the eye, saying, "Stop." And don't look away until he does. The room will fall silent, but don't let that break your stare. Straight-faced, unblinking, stare right at him. When he looks away, get up and leave the room. He's gotten away with it for so long because people allow him to. You've started to change that by going back at him. You have to continue it by making him stop. And when he finds out that it's no longer tolerated, he will stop. Not the asshole. Tell them to learn to take a joke. Not the asshole. I have a work colleague exactly like this. Very few people will stand up to her. I'm one of the very few, although I'm not strong enough to do it every time. Good on you for striking back. NTA. You went in as you should. Another person who takes great fun from belittling and bullying, who can't see why people would possibly be bothered by their sense of humor, and who then gets upset when they get a taste of their own medicine. You're not the asshole. And your FIL is an A+. Well done, by the way. It looks like you hit the mark. Not the asshole. He shouldn't dish it out, if he can't take it. Nope, if all you were doing were his own jokes then you can't go too far. His own medicine tasted bad and now he knows it. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. He's too old not to have learned this lesson. If he can't take it, then he better not dish it out. Not the asshole, but you would have been more mature calling him on his shit rather than making fun of him. Instead the bullied became the bully. By call him out I mean something like, "Wow, that was such a cruel thing to say, what have they done to deserve you saying that?" Don't say it's a joke because you do this all the time. If you don't have something nice to say then don't say anything at all. Obviously this would still piss him off, but he'd hardly get too much sympathy. Not the asshole. I hope he's finally learned his lesson. What's funny about talking about physical characteristics? You could tell him that you can lose weight, get a nose job, but he will always be a tool. Not the asshole. You shut his shit down hard and good for you. Nobody likes it, so they should be congratulating you. But they're probably just angry cause he probably lashed out at them. Not the asshole at all. No wonder Phil does this shit, with Mill and Sil enabling him. Why do his feelings matter more than anyone else? And it's all in good fun. We really need to add this line to the narcissist's prayer. And #X200B. That didn't happen. And if it did, it was all in good fun. And if it wasn't that bad. And if it was, that's not a big deal. And if it is, that's not my fault. And if it was, I didn't mean it. And if I did, you deserved it. And #X200B. Although, come to think of it, maybe, it was all in good fun, is already part of all the others. Not the asshole. Maybe Sil and Mill should tell Phil that if he doesn't find those jokes funny when aimed at him, he shouldn't use them on other people. Not the asshole. What is it with people that can dish it out but can take it? Not to mention the relatives that come to their defense. People have asked him nicely to stop. He refused. Now that it has been done to him, it suddenly isn't hilarious and in good fun anymore? Not the asshole. Everyone hates a bully. Not the asshole. Don't dish it out if you can't take it, him, not you. Not the asshole. Tell Sil you are going to continue to turn the table back on him until he realizes his bullying jokes are only funny to him but damaging to everyone else. You are not doing anything that he isn't. Can't take it, don't dish it. If they think you doing it took it too far, what do they call what he's done all these years? You did it once. He's done it many, many times. So what do they call what he's done? Why are his tender feelings more to be coddled than anyone else's? These are some of the questions I would pose to them. Not the asshole. Old saying, don't dish it out, if you can't take it. If he doesn't like how it makes him feel, then he shouldn't do it to others. Mill and Sil need to stop enabling this behavior. Lol. Not the asshole. Obviously that kind of joke is normally an asshole move, but I fully support making an asshole taste their own medicine. My stepmom was the same way. She'd make weight jokes, crooked teeth jokes, big nose jokes, literally anything she could sniff out as an insecurity, she had a joke about it. Well anyway, I shot a fat joke back at her while she was poking fun at my brother's crooked teeth before he got braces, and she tried to actually physically fight me over it and convinced my dad I was being disrespectful. Not the asshole. At all. If he can dish it he better fucking take it when it's thrown back at him.